Hello everybody and welcome to another studio vlog. If this is your first time here, my name is Heather and I'm the owner of Charming Chapters, a cute and quirky, fun and colorful bookish merch company. We're going to start off this week with, unfortunately, paperwork. I have just a little bit left to do to get ready for my quarterly taxes, which I have to submit by Wednesday, which is the end of the month. So we're going to work on that today. Also probably going to be working on a graphic for a giveaway that we're going to be having on social media. Tomorrow is my birthday, so we're going to do something fun and have a giveaway probably on Instagram, maybe TikTok. So we'll work on doing a graphic for that. And then this week is just going to be a bunch of prep work. We've had a couple orders come in over the weekend, so we'll work on those, as well as working on a custom order for an author that has some book sleeves and some charms. I've been talking about that for a couple weeks now, so we're going to get started on that this week. But overall, it's going to be a pretty mellow week. Not a whole lot of exciting things going on. We'll be getting ready for our Enchanted Garden collection too. That is coming up on end of May. I can't remember the exact date at the moment. It's Monday, so I still have weekend brain fog. But that's towards the end of May. I'll get the exact date for you a little bit later here. But we're gonna work on those designs. We need to get those products ordered and on the way. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy but mellow week at the same time. So should be lots of fun. But yeah, today we're just gonna start on some paperwork and we'll go from there. So if you can't tell by the first little clip, I put a new lamp in. I just wanted something kind of cozy for rainy, gloomy days like today when I'm doing paperwork or working on the computer, different things like that. The bright overhead light is just a little bit too much on days like this, especially early in the morning. So I just wanted something kind of cozy. So we're gonna test out this lamp here and see how that goes. But yeah, let's get started on that paperwork. Friends, time for a little update. It is now about 1 o'clock. I probably have about 25 invoices or so left to enter into QuickBooks. Then after that, I have to enter receipts, from like fabric and different things like that. So hopefully by the end of the day, I'll have all the paperwork done. If not, we'll be working on that just a little bit more tomorrow, but we'll see. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I really don't want to have to do paperwork, but I will if needed. So I just got some fun bookish mail that I thought we could unbox together. This first one is a book that I ordered for pictures for our upcoming collection. I just loved the cover. Let me get it open here. I thought it would be super cute to use in photos with some of the new merch for the Enchanted Garden. It just kind of fits the vibe. And I believe this is a special edition. I ordered it off Mercari, so I'm not entirely sure where it came from as a special edition, but I'll get it open here for you. Luna's down here. She wants to see it too. How pretty is that? So everything in the collection is going to have like purples and greens, pinks, kind of teals, different colors like that. So I just thought it would be super cute to use in photos, being wearing the mushrooms and the different greenery and stuff. And look at the raw edges on here. How pretty. So we've got that. And then the next box is from Stephanie at the Book Nerd Fox. Sadly, she is going out of business, which I'm super bummed about. She is one of my small business besties. But, it's a tough time for a lot of businesses, and I totally get it. So I wanted to order some of my favorites and stock up on a few things and support her family. So I got some candles and some wax melts. So she might still have stuff on Etsy by the time this posts. If it does, please go check her out. Help support her family. She's the Book Nerd Fox. She added a cute little dragon sticker. She knows how much I love dragons. So I got 2 different wax melts. This one is kind of like a what would you call it? Like a love spell the Bewitched, kind of like Love Spell from Bath and Body or Victoria's Secrets. This one I hadn't tried before. Book review. It's eucalyptus, spearmint, and grapefruit. I thought it'd be like a really good scent for summertime. Let's check it out here. Oh yeah, a very refreshing scent. And then, oh, she sent a cute little, like a little sample one, macadamia coffee. And then I had to get my absolute favorite here from all the unboxed. I can't remember if I got 3 or 4 of these. They are my absolute favorite. I got 3 of those. Nope, just kidding. I got 4. So Hatter's Tea Party. It's kind of like Alice in Wonderland theme. Oh, I just love it. It's kind of like a, well, she calls it chai tea and dreams. It's like a cinnamon, just super, super cozy scent. I would always get that in her wax melts when she would post them. I love my wax melt. I don't light a whole lot of candles just because my allergies, I don't do all the smoke, but candle warmers are the way to go. And then this other one is called Very Merry on Birthday to You. So another Alice in Wonderland, and it's birthday cake. And look how cute it is with the sprinkles on top. Adorable. So I got 2 of those also. So like I said, if she still has items available, please go show her some love. She takes the most adorable pictures on Instagram too, so definitely follow her there. She said she's going to do some custom stuff for authors, you know, some wholesale stuff too, but just right now everything's so expensive, especially with tariffs and stuff. You know, a lot of her stuff has to be imported, or you know, where she gets them from, her suppliers have to import them. So totally get it, but yeah, make sure you support your favorite small businesses. Everybody's really struggling right now. So I've been trying to order from a lot of my favorites. I think I have 2 more packages coming from small businesses. So as soon as those come, we'll unbox those also. I did also get another charging cord for my laptop. With all these new studio vlogs, I have to keep unwinding my cord from like behind the printer and stuff in the office here, so I ordered a separate one so I can just keep that in the living room. That's where I like to hang out with Luna in the evenings and edit the studio vlogs. So I got another cord that just showed up, and then some more power cords for my phone too, so I can kind of keep them around the office and the house just with the studio vlogs. They've been draining my phone. Eventually I'd like to get an actual camera for recording. I do have a big digital DSLR one, but it's like way too big for just around the office here. So eventually I'll get a little smaller vlogging camera, but yeah, I just wanted to show you my fun bookish merch that just came in. So, but we better get back to paperwork because it's not gonna do itself. So let's get back to it. Hello friends, it is now Wednesday. I ended up taking yesterday off mostly from work for my birthday. I did make up a graphic to do the giveaway on Instagram and TikTok, and I sent out an email newsletter just letting everybody know about the giveaway and the upcoming Enchanted garden collection. But other than that, it was a pretty mellow day at home. Worked on unpacking a few more boxes. But yeah, it was a good day. We had family over last night for cupcakes and ice cream, and it was just a nice relaxing day. But today we're getting back to work. I did finish paperwork on Monday and I got all my taxes submitted, so that is all done. Now we can get back to fun things like sewing and designing the new collection, things like that. Today we're going to be working on a few orders that have come through. I think there's 2 book sleeves to sew that I didn't have made up. And then there's a couple other orders that have items that aren't book sleeves that we can pack up too. I think there's like 5 or so. We also have order of fabric that is out for delivery today for book sleeves. So if that comes in, we'll work on washing and drying that and maybe start cutting some of that too. I know there is at least 1 book sleeve in there that somebody ordered that we didn't have the size in stock. So if I can get to that today, we'll do that too. But yeah, we're gonna have kind of another mellow day. Just in the office here catching up on orders, and then the rest of the week we'll work on designing the Enchanted Garden collection and starting on that order for the author too with the book sleeves and the charms. So but yeah, let's get started for the day. We're going to start off by pulling the fabric for the book sleeves that we need and making sure I have the right foam sizes cut and cutting inside lining fabric. So let's get started with that. Luna wanted to say good morning. She came running back here with her frog. Luna, good morning. She says, I just want to play. She was exhausted this morning when she woke up after playing with everybody last night. She is just tired, but it looks like she's charged now and full of spunk. You can't stand on it and play at the same time, silly girl. All right, Luna, we gotta get back to work. All right, now that we're done prepping the fabric for those book sleeves, we're gonna get started sewing on that. I'm also going to be listening, hopefully finishing, The Spell Shop, the audiobook that we started last week. It is so cute. I am enjoying it. If you guys like cute, quirky kind of romances with a little bit of fantasy in it, I definitely recommend that one. But yeah, let's get started on those book sleeves and then we'll pack up orders after that. Before we pack up orders, we are going to make these little cards that I like to put in orders when we have an upcoming collection. It just gives them information about the theme of the new collection and the release date and time, just in case it's something that people might be interested in. So let's make those up and then we'll get to packing orders. All right, so it is about 1:30 now. So we're gonna take a little time to edit last week's vlog so we can get that up here this week. That way everybody whose orders were packed last week, they can see those. And then we might work on the Enchanted garden collection just a little bit today too. That way I can get things ordered. So let's get started editing last week's vlog so we can get that posted here shortly. We are gonna go set up camp on the couch where it's a little bit more comfy for editing videos, but I wanna show you these gorgeous flowers that my mother and father-in-law got for me yesterday for my birthday. They know I love pink, so how cute are these? Aren't they beautiful? Just love all the different shades of pink. The bouquet is way too big to put in the office, otherwise it would definitely be in there in the pink room. How pretty are those? All right, here we are, set up in the couch. Little Luna's over here working hard. It's probably where I'll be the next few hours. It does take quite a bit of time for editing the vlogs. I tend to say a lot if you haven't noticed. It's just something I've always done. I am not a big public speaker, so I try and edit out some of those so it's not every other word for you guys. So it's gonna be a little while, probably be a couple hours working on the vlog here. I do wanna try and get that up a little earlier than last week. Last week it was Friday, and I know that's kind of a long time in between vlogs. So we'll try and get that up a little earlier this week. I'm just gonna keep plugging away on this. And then tonight I might work on some designs too for that upcoming Enchanted Garden collection. To me, that's not work. I love designing things. It's very relaxing. So I'll probably work on that later tonight too. So if I don't see you later today, we'll see you guys tomorrow when we're back in the studio. Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday now. As you can hear, Luna is over here playing with her toy. This morning we were editing the vlog a little more. I want to try and get that posted today. So we'll probably work on that most of the day. She's going crazy this morning, as you can tell. But yeah, we're just going to work on the vlog for a little bit here. Who put a quarter in her this morning, but I wish I had this much energy. Okay, it is now about 2:30. That took a little longer than planned. I recorded a lot of content last week. It ended up being like 51 minutes worth for the vlog, so I hope you guys enjoy that. I have about an hour before I need to start getting ready. Tonight I'm gonna go into town. One of our family members is having an art exhibit open tonight at one of the local art museums. So I'm gonna go check that out, head into town, run a couple errands. Like I said, I've got just a little while, so I'll probably work on uploading some of the content from earlier this week, get that on the computer here, and start working on some reels. All of those scoop reels that I recorded last week when we were doing the sale, are packing up for this sale. I haven't posted any of those yet. I wanted to make sure people received their orders first. That way they weren't surprised before they got to open their package. So we'll be working on adding those to Instagram and TikTok this week. So, or over the next couple days here anyways. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna hang around the office here. So probably won't record a whole lot more today. We'll just see you tomorrow when we're back at it. We've got some fabric to cut. That fabric right there, actually, I'm gonna fold it here real quick. That is the fabric that came in yesterday. So then we'll have some sleeves to sew tomorrow, and we'll probably start working on, I don't know if we'll start on the sleeves or the charms for my author that we need to get done. So we'll see. But anyways, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. Today we are going to work on sewing some book sleeves, and we'll probably get started on charms, I'm thinking, for my author, where we need to get her stuff done. Last night my husband wasn't able to, went to an art gallery opening, and that was really fun. It was a lot of really cool stuff. Oh, Luna's gonna come say hi here. Good morning. Luna, you gonna say good morning? Good morning. Good morning. I think she hears me talking and thinks somebody is back here, so she comes to say hello every morning. But anyways, yeah, I went to the art gallery opening last night, and they had some really cool stuff. Our family member, he makes different tables out of things that he finds at garage sales or even that people throw on the curb. So he'll take like older tables, like the actual wood tables, and he'll refinish them, or he'll take different pieces, like say a leg broke off, he'll like totally redo the legs, and then he puts metal, I don't even know what you want to call it, metal pieces, if you will, like different parts from machinery or just different, really cool different things, and puts them all together. There's a couple ones that had lights in them too. They were really neat. And then there's another artist too. He is actually a tattoo artist, but he also does different like paintings. So like his style was so cool too. Both of them definitely had amazing things, but they were out of my price range. Maybe someday. And I also went to Joann's while I was in town. We got another truckload this week, so I had to stop in there and see what they had. So I'll show you my finds here real quick. So I found just a few goodies. They had a few colors of thread that I use all the time, so I grabbed those. And then the cutting blades that I use when we cut fabric all the time. And then they also had these collapsible baskets. These were on sale for $2.50, and there's a big one for $5. I have seen these all over YouTube when I watch different businesses, and nowhere in town ever has them. So I grabbed 3 small ones and the 1 large one. That's all they had in the bright pink. But I just thought these were awesome. You know, if you're not using them, you just collapse them. So I'm sure we'll use those around the shop here. But yeah, it was a fun night. I got to see family, so that's always fun. Tomorrow I'm gonna go with my sister-in-law and her boyfriend Guy. He's the one that had the art gallery opening last night. We're gonna go rummage sailing tomorrow. It is citywide rummage in Minot. I absolutely love rummaging. You never know what you're gonna find. I found all kinds of books. I found different decorative pieces for around the house. I really want to watch for different things to put outside. We have such a large patio, both front and back actually, that we just need some like flower pots or decor, something. So that's my goal tomorrow, is to find some cool stuff for the house. So we'll see. But yeah, let's get started on cutting fabric for book sleeves, and then we will start sewing after that. now that we have all the book sleeves clipped together, we're gonna get to sewing. I think there were 5 of them. Yep, 5 that we need to get done today. And then maybe we'll get them over to the post office if there's time. We'll see. The post office is only open for a couple hours a day, just since it's smaller. If not, then I'll take them to the post office when I go to town tomorrow to go garage sailing. So let's get started on those book sleeves. that's it for today, and it's also the end of this studio vlog. Next week is going to be another busy week. We'll be working on the book sleeves and the charms for the author. Those might end up being in their own video, we'll see. But I hope you all have a great weekend, and if you've enjoyed this week's content, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next studio vlog. Bye guys!